on Sunday at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. If you're watching the replay of this, I go live every Sunday at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time to kind of answer some questions, show you the lot, show you all the different options that we have. Basically, it's a way for you to get your questions answered and able to see a ton of units without leaving the comfort of your couch. So we'll kind of sit here for a sec, see if anyone's joining on at 3. But if I don't get too many people coming, we'll just start touring stuff like it's a normal video. Usually I get a couple people on here. I imagine over time this is gonna grow a lot bigger. Hey, how's it going? I can't read either, so when you see me get all close up, it's because I can't see very good. So let me know if you hear my audio. Appreciate you jumping on. Get some more people in here, and then we will tour some stuff, answer some questions. I wish there was a way for them to tell me if my audio is working, but basically what we do on these lives is we go through some trailers, answer some questions. So those of you that end up getting on the live, you can get any question answered on the live. Let's see, audio is perfect, awesome, cool. Well, we'll turn this around, kind of hang out, make sure I don't turn the audio off like I did last week. But have you ever been, I don't know how many of you guys have never been on a live before. This is my 4th live that I've ever done, and it is a lot of fun. The only downside to these lives is that it's a little more staticky of an image, but that's why I figured the audio is probably the most important thing that we need to dial in on this, so I'm glad the audio is good. But the goal of this is just to get on here, hang out with you guys, answer questions live. The coolest thing about this that I think is gonna take off with it is, like, you could go look at all of these trailers with me from the comfort of your couch. So instead of having to be out here in the heat, you can come with me and look at all of these trailers right on the couch. So if you're new to the live, we have a lot of great units. I'm located in Albuquerque, New Mexico at Albuquerque RV. We are a locally owned dealership, but we have a lot of great products. We got Catalina, we got Surveyor, we got NOBO, we got Riverstone, which is more of like your residential grade 5th wheels that are insane. I'll show you guys one of those later. I usually always show one of those, but your Riverstones will be right here. We actually just sold 2 of those yesterday. Full body paint. I do a lot of special orders with these, so people, you know, they'll call me from out of state and we could special order you anything and you will save so much on taxes. I mention this every video, but we're a sunshine law state where you don't need a physical address to get our sales tax, which is 4%. Which is probably going to save you a lot, because a lot of other states, they charge you a base tax and then there's a county and city multiplier. So, you know, you get upwards of, 11%. What's the tax rate in New Mexico compared to Arizona? Perfect. So I just did a special order for a guy in Arizona. So basically the tax rate, I think it starts at a base tax of 6.2%. And then there's those county multipliers and city multipliers, and the average tax rate, was 8.2%, going all the way up to 11.9% if you're in certain counties. So I was able to basically cut the tax in half, and he was able to save thousands. Not to mention we give pretty big discounts here on this lot. Maybe I'll show you one of the price tags, but we do discount these things pretty heavy. Being next to 2 corporate dealerships, it's just what we have to do. So we are a high volume dealership. Maybe we'll go through some of the stuff I showed this week on tours, see if you guys had any questions. There was one we got in yesterday that I wanted to tour, but I didn't get to. So let's go check it out. It is going to be a Surveyor. It is a Legend. Let's see where it's at. Yeah, I could save you literally thousands, no joke. And not to mention, registering your unit every year, it could. I had one guy in Arizona, it cost him $400 a year to register his trailer. Here, depending on the weight of a unit, it could be like $35 a year. So we're not gonna just save you money on, the initial taxes. We will save you thousands of dollars in the future just by registering it through us every year. And they'll even mail it to you, so that way you can register it. But this is gonna be a Surveyor Legend. This isn't the exact one I wanted to show you, but this thing is nice. 202 RBLE. Love this floor plan. If you're ever wondering where to see the weights, you can always go right here to the door tag. and it'll say your weight, 5,277 pounds. And then the length is 25 feet. Yeah, you'll save a lot. I think the coolest thing is that you're gonna be saving money every single year that you own it. So nice unit, couples coach, 25 feet, 1 inch. When you're out looking at trailers, just remember the model number isn't always the length. So it can be confusing to people, especially if you get a sales guy that doesn't really know what they're talking about. So you wanna check that actual tag. And another thing you wanna do, when you're looking at the manufacturer website, they just put like a general weight. It's not the exact weight. So sometimes you got to go out, look in person, and actually look at that VIN tag, because that'll be the true weight that it came from the factory. But don't you love these bar stools? Look at how nice. I am up for a customer next. So if I do get someone, I will have to cut it short, but we're going to take this as long as we can. Last week we went almost an hour, so I was able to answer a lot of great questions. All right, I think I'm going to change it. I had a subscriber say, you got to stop calling this a farm style sink, but that's just what the industry calls it. It's an undermount sink, I think is what he said, but that is just what they call these, farm style sink, nice and big. I wish they put that sink that they were putting in the NOBOs still. The bathroom's a pretty good size, not super big. But I'm more of someone who wants to have living space versus like tons of bathroom space. So nice little couples layout. Let me show you like a price on something like this. This is definitely more of one of your premium trailers. So it's all aluminum framed, 6-side aluminum framing. It's got tank heaters. It's got all that good stuff. But 50 down to 37,995. And this is a 2026 factory fresh. Like it just got here. It's not one that's been sitting on the lot for a long time. I did tour this 25 SRK last week, and I was shocked that people didn't view it as much as like the last one I did. Last one, I think it got up to like 25,000 views, but sometimes the algorithm does that to you. But this is a 25 SRK that I toured. The full live video, 44 minutes, is on my channel, but we will walk through this thing just so that way if you had any questions from the video. So this will be a 6-side aluminum frame trailer, meaning the roof, the floor, front wall, back wall, both side walls are all aluminum, but they go a step further. You can also see if it's all aluminum by looking under the storage area, but you got to be careful because a lot of companies, they will slap what would you recommend for a family of 2, Tyler? My son is 14. What are you towing with? That would be the first question I'd ask you, and then I could show you some different options. So yeah, this is probably my favorite brand. Let me know what your tow vehicle is, and we'll go tour some for you. I'm telling you, once people start coming on here, sorry, family of 3. Yeah, I got something that'll work. Once this starts blowing up, it's going to be hard to answer everyone's questions. So those of you that are here early to the lives, take advantage. Ask me what you need. Titan 2021 Pro. Those tow like 9,000, I think. Those tow quite a bit. I believe it's 9,000. So I have some great options for you that I could show you. Some of them will have private rooms. Some of them will have, more open floor plan. But this is the one I toured a couple days ago. Nice couples coach. But what I was going to explain to you is they aluminum frame everything. So if you look under here, look at that. All aluminum, whereas most companies, that'll be wood. So this company goes above and beyond a lot more than just that as well. But let me show you a nice unit, private room. Oh, okay, private room. Let me show you this one real quick just so you could see it, and then I'll show you a private room. Unless there's one right there. Yeah, there's one. Here is a Surveyor, and then I'll still show you that one, even though it doesn't have a private room. It's really nice. This will be a Surveyor Legend. It's 29 feet, 1 inch, 29 feet, 11 inches, I believe. 6-side aluminum right there. You got your composite outer walls. So it has the Asdel. So that's going to help with delamination. Usually they'll just put Luan on the outside of it. And sometimes water could get in. And then that's when you get that bubbling. I think this one just sold actually, but we'll check it out. So this is a nice family travel trailer. I have another one that will have like a table and a couch. So this is more of your premium brand. You got the nice theater seating. Those will not turn into beds, but you can get a trifold sofa if you'd like. Lots of counter space. It's gonna be hard for me not to say farm style sink anymore. Nice big sink. If you're getting a family travel trailer, pay attention to the sink, because I can't tell you how many people they end up trading in because the sink is so small they can't, you know, clean their pots and pans. It'll fit the bowls and plates, but not the pots and pans. And if you have, you know, 4 kids with you, that's a lot of mouths to feed, and that means you have a lot of cleanup. So you definitely want a bigger sink. Pretty good size. I like the color schemes in Surveyors. Decent sized bathroom, porcelain toilet. So this is a really nice option if you're wanting to have, you know, the tank heaters so you can camp in cold weather. It has the solar, 400 watts of solar. On this one, usually it's 200 watts. You got a 10 cubic foot, 12 volt refrigerator. Not crazy about the BH for the 3 of us. Yeah, are you kind of wanting something that, ooh, thank you for the $2. That's awesome. If you're wanting something where you can kind of convert a bed and table, if that's what you're talking about, I have some options like that, because then you're not wasting space on bunks, if that's what you're meaning, because I do have some that have multiple sleeping arrangements. But that is a nice bunk house. They have different options too. Like if we come over here to, that's the same one. I've showed you guys that one. We have so many units coming in. I am just jonesing to get them and get the tours out for you guys. But these are fun every Sunday. I love getting on here and interacting with you guys. This is going to be a 253 RLS. So like if you wanted to convert the table into a bed, I think that bed is about 6 feet 2 inches. Oh yeah, this is nothing. Wait till we get the rest of our stuff. We have a lot of stuff, and we have good brands, which I just found out we're going to be getting Cedar Creek, which if you don't know, that is a crazy brand, like super high-end residential grade fifth wheel. I used to sell them at another dealership, but this is an awesome unit. Thank you for the $2. I'm going to go buy me a soda after this. Big fireplace. I like the fireplaces because they will run off the electric. Will you have any of the new R-Pod models? So R-Pod kind of falls under an umbrella of different brands. So you got Surveyor, you got No Boundaries, you got Ibex, and you got, what am I forgetting? R-Pod. And then I guess they have a new brand coming out called Unmapped. Oh, I hope we get it. It's going to be cool. That's like one of their newest brands under the umbrella. They all come out of the same building, so that's why you see, you know, all the color schemes are kind of similar, kind of the same options and features. It could be confusing for people out there, you know, because there's so many brands, but a lot of them are being made in the same building. These are your tank heaters right here. So if you want to camp in cold weather, this is what you want. I recommend don't get the radiant heat. It doesn't work as good. If you want a heated underbelly, get forced air under there, or get the tank heaters. The tank heaters is the way to go. Yeah, we'll hopefully get some of those, Heather. I'm hoping we get it. But the tank heaters run off the solar. So then if you're out like hiking or, you know, fishing or anything like that, you can keep those tank heaters on without wasting your propane. My gimbal's doing whatever it wants right now, and I can't see. So our lot is about 3 football fields long. Lots of great units. This is a nice family travel trailer right over here. I don't know what my gimbal is doing. Let's see. It's acting funny. So this is a 25 BRDS. This is gonna be 25 feet, 11 inches. Yeah, that's the hard part about lives, is you can't do the wide angle. So you'll get an outdoor kitchen in this. Let's see, what is going on with this gimbal? There we go. Whoa. Other way. There we go. Sorry, guys. This has an outdoor kitchen. They got away with the griddle on the you know, the couples coaches, but this one will have your outside griddle, your 12-volt refrigerator. These do have a torsion axle as well. So automotive grade independent suspension. Really nice unit right here. U-shaped dinette. Hold on, guys, let me put this down. I don't know why this thing is freaking out on me. Might have to switch to my old gimbal. Come on. We'll just try to make it work. You got the big double bunks in the back. You got storage underneath. This is a Murphy bed. I love Murphy beds, particularly Flagstaffs, because there's no seam in the mattress. And in a 25-foot trailer, it makes it really easy to have extra seating. So if it's raining or anything, you know, you could put the bed up and then you don't have people sitting on your bed and everyone could come in here. But look at that. Super simple. And then you got your bed, and let's say your people want to come in, just throw this back up. And then you got your couch. Sorry guys, if you guys ask me questions, re-ask them. So that'll be 25 feet, 11 inches. Let's see what the weight is on something like this. Oh, I want to show you this pre-owned Imagine I got, brand spanking new. So if you're looking for a grand design, let's see. Come on, stop doing this. So you got your weights right there, 25 feet, 11 inches. Let's see where that Imagine is. Now I know what it was. The gimbal was following me. So this is all of our used inventory. We got trail manners. Those are pretty fun. They fold, like collapse. Those only weigh like 2,900 pounds, and you could store them in garages. So this Grand Design Imagine, the Imagines are pretty, yeah, they're pretty good looking. I still don't put it as high as a Flagstaff. Watch, we'll go look at it. These people that traded this in to me, they literally just drove it from a dealership to here and traded it in. Brand spanking new, never slept in, never even, the bathroom's never been used. 2025, as fresh as it gets. They just drove it from another dealership to here because the wife really loves Flagstaff and they've already owned one. But I'll explain to you why they traded this in, because I'm sure a lot of you are like, what the heck, why would you do that? So this is going to be a rear kitchen area. You got your U-shaped dinette. That's kind of different. That goes to the back part of the U-shaped dinette. But yeah, I definitely like Flagstaffs a little more, but this is pretty nice. But brand new. But let me show you why she didn't like it. And they were older. They're like much older. And the issue she was having was she realized she wouldn't be able to make the bed very easy. Right here. So it would be kind of hard for her to reach. Like I could do it no problem, but because they're older, it was a little harder for her. So if you want a 2025 pre-owned Imagine with a pre-owned price, but brand new, I got one. Never been used. Pretty nice though. It's got the middle bathroom. I like middle bathrooms, you know, because if you have occasional guests in here hanging out and stuff, and your significant other wants to shower and not have to walk through the whole living room, you can, you know, have a little more privacy back there. These are all solid surface countertops I can see. But yeah, pretty nice. I like the styling of it. Looks good. Pretty big drawers. I appreciate you guys that voted on the measurements. I think I have an idea, because I don't want to get rid of it completely, because I know it helps you guys. I might just measure the most important stuff, maybe not every single drawer. I get a little out of hand with stuff. It's either all or nothing. And I like to do the same thing every time. So you can tell with my thumbnails and the way I do videos. This is going to be a Flagstaff E-Pro. This is like my dream trailer. If not this exact layout, but I like Flagstaffs because of the quality. My dream is to get a Tacoma and one of these E-Pros. It's got the bike rack in the front. This is a cool unit. Has twin beds, or you could turn it into a king. This is the 15 TB. Just sleeping areas would be a huge help. Yeah, let's see. Ooh, another $1. Look at this. Twin beds. What's your favorite under 30-foot unit with a Murphy bed and dinette? I'm in Arizona. We'll probably get ours from you guys. Awesome. I usually have one. Uh-oh, looks like they're fixing the shades on this. But twin bed, you could turn into a king. I usually have a Murphy bed that's under 30 feet. It's going to be called the 22 SQS. It's a Flagstaff. That's a really nice layout because it gives you a lot of counter space, and it's not super heavy as well. Pretty soon, I think on the 23rd, I'm going to Oregon. my yearly Oregon trip. Those of you that have been subscribed, you know I go every year. So I was thinking next, if I'm there on a Sunday, we'll do a live on the beach, and I'll show you guys around and answer some questions. I think that'd be pretty fun. This is a little bunkhouse that's pretty nice. It's a 2026. We're gonna go to Depot Bay. We're gonna go crabbing and fishing. We do the 101. We've done it up from the top to the bottom, bottom up. It's so fun. Thank you so much. Let's see. Look at that. This is a Murphy bed. You got your bunks in the back. This is gonna be 23 feet. If you're getting a 25-foot trailer, just get a Murphy bed. It's totally worth it because then you get so much more floor space, especially if you're getting bunks. You know, where's everyone gonna sit if you all come inside? So I would say definitely get a Murphy bed if you're looking at anything under 25 feet. Hybrids are pretty fun too. If you need to sleep a lot of people and you don't want to waste any space with beds, check this out. This is an awesome family travel trailer right here. It's got like the canvas material, kind of like a pop-up, so you still get that camping feel and the luxury of the hard side. And this is a Flagstaff, so it's good quality. It's got the tank heaters, the composite walls. Pretty nice. Look at this. Look how fun this is. Imagine taking this out with the whole family. Like literally, you could take your whole family. Grandma, grandpa, uncle. These will turn to beds as well. Those mattresses are heated too. It's really cool. So you have like a little thermostat. These U-shaped dinettes are my favorite because you can actually move them around. So usually you can't really sit on that back part of it, but being that you can move that table around, you can actually utilize the whole table. Woo, it's getting warm out here. See how nice this is, guys? You guys are probably in the AC, and I'm roasting. Look at these beds, all queen beds. So everyone has their own queen bed. And like I said, this does have tank heaters, so if you did want to use this in cold weather, you could. It's got the nice corner shower. Yeah, ask me any questions you guys have. I'm here to help. Usually my phone number will be down below in the description. It's our dealership phone. I haven't mustered up the courage to put my cell phone because that might be opening up a can of worms. But I might do it just so you guys can literally ask me questions anytime. Let's see what else we got over here. There was one Surveyor I wanted to show you. So the main difference between like Flagstaff and Surveyor is on Flagstaff, you'll get the torsion axle, like the automotive grade independent suspension. On the Surveyors, you will get a leaf spring axle. And whereas Flagstaff will literally aluminum frame underneath the dinettes, like I showed you guys earlier, this brand is still 6-side aluminum framed, but underneath the dinettes, it will be wood. So they're very, very close. These are just gonna be a little more affordable. I love this layout. More of an open floor plan. Let's see what the length is on this. You're looking at 27 feet total and 5,507 pounds. I don't know, I kind of like open floor plans. Especially if it's a couples coach, you know, if it's just two of you, then you don't have a dividing wall and then it doesn't feel like super claustrophobic in the bedroom area. I don't know. That's a hard decision for me. I don't know what I would do. You got your 4-seater dinette with the bar stools and bar tables. So if you have extra guests, you can literally sit everyone. Farm style sink. Dang it, I said it. It's just what they call it. Let's see here. You got your stove top, 3-top burner, 10 cubic foot, 12-volt refrigerator. Really nice. And then your bathroom will be back here in the corner. This is a great layout. Not too big, still under 30 feet, so you can go to a lot of national parks. Usually, national parks start to get a little picky when it is over 30 feet. So just keep that in mind. If you're someone that wants to go to the national parks and stuff, try to keep that length under 30. Some will do 30, but you got to be careful. North-south facing bed. I also like when it's a 60 by 80 because if you didn't know, they do make RV queens. And the reason I say that is, like in every video, I say these mattresses kind of suck. It doesn't matter the brand of trailer you get. but they are not the most comfortable. So when it's 60 by 80, you can go out and get yourself a true residential mattress. But keep this in mind. They do make special RV mattresses, but I imagine they're not cheap, because anytime something special starts to cost a lot. Oh, I left the door open. Let's go close that. So the 2026s have a little bit of different decals and colors. But basically, the way could you show a Flagstaff with walk-through bathroom 30 feet or under? Okay. Walk-through bathroom, so like in the middle, that would be the 25 SRK that I showed you. Let's see what else we got over here. Oh, this is a nice one. This will be 30 feet. Heather, you watch a lot of my videos, so I'm probably showing you a lot of the same stuff. But I got a lot of stuff coming. This is probably one of their best sellers, the 26 SRD. It's got 2 doors, and the reason for that is so when you're driving down the road and the slides are in, you can still get to the bathroom and you can still get to the kitchen. Let's see what the length is on this. It might be right at 30. I know you said you wanted under 30. This will be 6,544 pounds, 29 feet, 9 inches, right under 30. Does that count? U-shaped dinette in the back. That's pretty nice. I like the dinettes in the back because you get tons of windows, where usually you won't get that if it's just like a 4-seater dinette. All your cabinetry will be real wood, solid surface countertops. It's even got smart tank heaters, so they'll go on automatically and off automatically. That is huge. I showed this last week. Look at this. Look at this. I still can't figure out what that drawer's for. Real goofy. I appreciate you coming on, Heather, even though you're still seeing some of the same stuff. I appreciate your support, especially those of you that have been with me since the beginning, since I had my mullet. I don't know how many of you guys are on here, but when I first started, I had a mullet and big, obnoxious gold glasses. So my goal is to grow that back. And then I bought big gold glasses again. Yeah, that drawer is really dumb. I don't get it. That's a nice one. We carry pop-ups, A-frames. This front kitchen, or front bedroom is nice. You got the outdoor kitchen. Oh yeah. The only downside to this one is the counter space. And I know I shoot myself in the foot by pointing that out, but I just like to give everyone, you know, the answers, because it sucks when you have to trade it in. But if you're not someone that's going to cook a whole lot, you know, this isn't bad at all, because what happens when you don't have a lot of counter space? You get a lot more living space and a lot more storage. So some people aren't like big into cooking. They want to go out and enjoy the restaurants where they're staying. You even have some hidden storage back here. The liquor cabinet for those cold snacks. You got your fireplace. This is a really nice unit. If you want to have like a very awesome interior trailer, especially in the bedroom, get a slide out bedroom. The only downside to the slide out bedroom is in the front, same with front kitchens, is you kind of lose some of that exterior storage. But you know, you have your bed of your truck as well. So there's always ways around things. You know, there's only solutions in the RV industry. This one is called, I'm drawing a blank. Let me see what it is. This is going to be 6,929 pounds. It is a 2024 Flagstaff 26R KBS. So rear kitchen bed slide is what I'd imagine that stands for. Nice porcelain toilet. This one is discounted a lot because it is new and we have a lot of inventory coming in. So I'll show you the price on it. But yeah, we have some 24s that are discounted a lot. So down from 62 to 46,995. Pretty good. That's a nice layout. Let's see what else we got. I'll probably go like the same length as the last week because I have fun hanging out with you guys. So what is this one? This will be a super light. Oh, check out this storage. This is the winner on this. Let's see if I can get it with one hand. Oh, there we go. Check this out. See, there's pros to every trailer. Like if you're someone that needs this storage, look at this. Dang, isn't that nice? Super nice. And it goes from both sides. I tell people it's the drunk tank. throw the crazy uncle in there. It has a light down there too, so they'll be able to see. This will be a 26 RBWS. This will have the rear bathroom. It's tough. Like, everything has its pros. Like, when it's a rear bathroom, it's going to be a little bigger than like the middle sometimes. Check it out. Big rear bathroom. Looks like we need to put that door on the track. We have kids running through these sometimes, so it's normal for us to have to go through these probably every couple weeks. We are locally owned. We have 4 sales guys. Let's see, Mike, Joseph, Javi, and me. 4 sales guys. They're all super knowledgeable, so if you could ask for me, but if you end up with one of them, you'll still be treated just as good and still get the same amount of knowledge from them. This will have the slide out wardrobe. So this part goes out, but it'll come just to the bed. So it just makes it a little deeper. Pretty nice. North-south facing bed. This will be a 2020, let's see what the year is on this. 2024, see, so watch, this one will be a good deal too. Down 59 down to 49.95. The reason I don't put pricing, if you guys are ever curious about that, is because the same reason all the other guys don't, it's just the pricing changes, you know, and I want my videos to be able to last long down the road, especially with like tariffs and stuff like that, pricing changing. So I like to keep it, because I don't want people to be upset calling me and then I'd say that the price was different just because of the economy or whatever. But if you call in, I'll give you pricing on anything. I'd rather tell you face to face or over the phone. This is a big Surveyor. So this is a 2032 camp. So in the camp series, they have like the Legend X, they have the Grand Surveyor, and then they have the Grand Surveyor, the Legend, and then the camp. This is more of like the affordable version. So if you ever see camps out there, it's still gonna have the same quality of construction, but you lose some of the features. So like on these, it'll just be 100 watts of solar instead of 200 or 400. And you also lose the tank heaters. Massive bunk room. So you got a big family. This is a nice unit. I'll show you the price of it too, and you'll be pretty shocked. These are very affordable if you need to get the family out and you don't want a cheap trailer. You still want the good quality construction, but you don't need like all the crazy features. These also have 18,000 BTU air conditioners, which is crazy. I didn't even know they went that high. I don't know, Surveyor has them. No other company has them, on our lot at least. Usually it's a 15,000 BTU air conditioner. The interior of Surveyors are just super nice. Ooh, I think you get washer dryer. Yep, right there. So you can remove these too if you want. Washer dryer prep. Keep this all in mind so that way when I show you the price. Decent amount of counter space. I would have liked if they put an extension right there to kind of help, but you can always add that in the future too. You can literally add anything to RVs most of the time. There's your middle bathroom, front bedroom. Then we'll look at some NOBOs after this. I know you guys like NOBOs. So something like this, and we'll check the length too. Look at this. For a 6-side aluminum frame trailer with Asdel outer walls, 50 down to 49,995. That is a good constructed trailer for that price point. And the size, let's see what size this is. You're looking at 7,500 pounds and 37 feet, 11 inches. So you're getting that good quality construction. 37 feet for 49,995. You cannot beat that. 2 doors. And like I always tell you guys, if you can't figure out if it's aluminum, just pop your head under here and you'll see that aluminum framing under there. Nice pass-through storage. So now we got the NOBOs, probably the hottest sellers. Like I told you, NOBO falls under Surveyor, R-Pod, Ibex. Ibex and NOBO are basically the same exact trailer. I think this one is 8 feet wide. Look at this thing, 18 feet but 8 feet wide. It's a little beast trailer. Down here you got your beast mode package. I always laugh because they say it's racing inspired. They always use those catchy words. But see how there's no axle in the middle? So if you're going down rough terrain or anything like that and there's a big boulder in the middle, you won't be hitting your axle against that. And what's nice is you don't need a weight distribution with these trailers because of this setup right here. That's what the factory tells me. But I've seen it done. It tows nice. I think it says 5 inches of flex. And I told you guys I'd get the warranty last time and I forgot. But it has a good warranty on it. It's got the lift, the bigger tires, as well as that Asdel outer wall. I like this one. It's like a dance floor in this thing. It's got a lot of space, and the slide isn't super big, but man, it gives you a lot of space. It's hard to tell from video. I mentioned it last week too. They did change the 26s, the sink, and I'm pretty bummed out about that. I would have probably kept that. So this is that sink that I like with all the different trays and bins and stuff. It's got the waterfall spout, your cup cleaner that I always tell you don't touch it if you're out looking at trailers because you'll get antifreeze everywhere. You got your soap dispenser and your cutting board. So now on the 26 models, they eliminated all of that. Boo! It could be, we can add stuff. What do you guys think of that green interior? I get a lot of people that like it, and then some people that just absolutely don't, but I'd say more people like it than not. You got the rear bathroom. This will have tank heaters, so if you want to camp in cold weather, very nice unit. And let me show you the weight and the length, just so you get an idea how light this is. It is 6-side aluminum framed. So something like this, you're gonna be at 20 feet, 6 inches and 4,300 pounds. So a nice little compact trailer. You could probably tow that with a Tacoma. That would be awesome. That would be such a cool setup. So this is a nice step up, not in quality or construction, but in size. If an E-Pro is just too narrow, you know the Flagstaff E-Pros down there, they're only 7.5 feet wide. Now you're gonna get an 8-foot wide box. So if the E-Pro is just too small, the NOBO is gonna be an awesome option. And you also get that rugged look to it, the off-road tires, the beast mode. The front kitchen is awesome. Let me show you the front kitchen. I like front kitchens, but the tongue weight tends to be just a little heavier on the heavier side. So you'll just need a weight distribution hitch to resolve that. Check this one out. I'll show you guys a used Flagstaff that I got in that is in excellent shape after this. I should have got the cart. I've been walking around. I'm getting my steps in today. You got your road vac on this one. So it has a vacuum system right there. You'll notice that a lot of companies, they'll give you things and then some others don't. So it's hard to get. In this industry, usually we say if 85% of the trailer, you like it, then it's probably the right one. Because it's hard to get everything you want. Also, I like front kitchens because look at all of that counter space. That is a lot of counter space. So this is an instance, you know, if you are someone that likes to cook, you do want to cook in the trailer, you don't want to go out to eat a lot. This is where the inside of a front kitchen is nice. Looks like it has a rack and pinion slide system. So if you ever notice there's trailers where there's like a step up, that is usually because it'll be a Schwintek slide. So the rack and pinion slide is going to be more flush. The rack and pinion slide is also known as a through frame slide. So it does go through the frame. So sometimes the tanks, like the freshwater tanks and stuff, do tend to be a little bit smaller. Not by much, but it will just take some space from that underbelly. So this is a nice instance where it doesn't have a slide out, east-west facing bed, but you can still walk around it. So if you need to get in and out of bed, let's put the shade up. You could still get in and out nice and easy. Windows that wrap around, that is awesome. Leave a comment. Where are you guys from? Where are you from? See how far my reach is getting. I had someone from Ontario, Canada message me. That was pretty sweet. So this is a nice front kitchen. Man, I'm ready for my vacation. It's gonna be super fun. I work so hard, I start to get a little crazy. So, man, if we get that unmapped New Mexico, yeah, come see me. Unmapped would be cool. My manager, someone said Uncharted in my messages, and he was like, that sounds like a better name. Uncharted by our pod, that sounds good. But we're gonna get Cedar Creek, that's gonna be pretty awesome. That old dog. He flipped me off. It's rude. Ask me any questions you guys want. We're gonna get on the cart. I'm gonna show you a pre-owned front kitchen Flagstaff. That is an awesome deal. The guy never used it. He used it like 5 times. Our used inventory right now is crazy. Like I said last week, you come see me, you're gonna be cruising in style. Look at the golf cart. Eventually, I'll be making a video with the owner of Albuquerque RV. She said she's willing to do one, so that'll be fun. So you guys could meet her. Let's see. So this is gonna be a front kitchen microlight Flagstaff. I think it's a 21. 2021, I think it's dropped down to 32.9. Great shape. See what the interior's kind of changed to. And then I'll show you the storage on the outside so you can see what I'm talking about. So not all front kitchens are like this, but look at that. Nice, good shape. Solid surface countertops, real wood cabinetry. On the newer models, it's going to have all Magic Chef appliances. See, this is one where the bathroom is kind of on the side. Porcelain toilet. It's hard to tell how in good of shape this is because it's in video, but it has the same style of bed as the NOBO. So you'll start to notice a lot of trailers, companies will have the same layouts, but the main differences are the construction, you know, your tank sizes, things like that. So when you're out looking at trailers and you find one that's cheaper with the same layout, I promise you, it is not the exact same construction-wise or anything like that. So it will have the outside kitchen right there. This one is just a little storage area. Pretty nice unit, but watch, let's see what the weight is on something like this. This will be 25 feet, 11 inches. Let's see. 25 feet, 11 inches, 5,300 pounds. That is not bad for a front kitchen. If you're ever trying to figure out what the tongue weight is, it's just a rough area. 10% of the weight will be your tongue weight. It'll vary quite a bit when it's like a front kitchen. Wednesdays, I am always here, unless I'm on vacay. Wednesday, we're open every day from 9 to 6. And then Sundays, we're open from 12 to 5. That's a pretty cool one. The patio. So these are your more traditional stick and tin builds. Nothing wrong with that. They've always been making them that way. We got a nice one over here with a Murphy bed. Catalina. I can't wait till I get all these new E-Pros in. I love touring those. Let's see what this one looks like. See what the price is different. Would it be possible to show pricing on the units? I've been showing the pricing on a lot of them or telling you. I just don't do it on my normal videos because, like I said, pricing changes drastically, you know, with tariffs and stuff. So on the lives, just keep in mind, if you're watching this in replay, the pricing could be different. I'm just showing the people that are here live. So this will be your more traditional stick and tin build. Oh, I love this layout. This is such a great layout. This is a couples coach, 25 feet, 11 inches, 5,200 pounds. This is a great layout. I think it has a 44-gallon fresh water tank. I like this idea of the freestanding chairs and the booth. So if someone's like maybe a little bigger, you can actually move the chairs and then you have the bar, like the normal stool right there, or booth. It's got the front north-south facing bed that you can walk around and the theater seating that is positioned perfectly in front of your TV or where your TV will go. And then your kitchen in the back. Try not to move too fast for you guys. Catalina makes a great product. Yeah, this is a nice unit. I love this layout. So 38,176 down to 27,995. So almost 10 grand off, or more than 10. And then you got your bathroom. I wish I could have all the lights on. That'd be sweet, but that would be impossible. It'd be cool to show trailers with the ACs going. That would make my life nice and easy. So there's your bathroom. All of awesome stuff. Would you go with the NOBO 20.1 or the Micro 22 SQS? Ooh, I just did a special order for someone on the 20.1. If I had to choose, man, if you get those of you that have been on my channel for a while, you know I love Flagstaff, man. You're gonna basically what you're gonna get in the NOBO is more of like that off-road look, and you're also getting the beast mode package. So you're getting that suspension. I think the interior of Flagstaffs are just finished a little bit better because you got the solid surface countertops, real wood cabinetry. You're also, they're aluminum framing underneath the dinettes and the beds, where NOBO will do, you know, just wood framing, but the NOBO is still 6-side aluminum framed. So it's really how you're gonna use it. I love the 22 SQS. That is a really nice layout. It's hard for me. Just go look at them in person because you're gonna get a good quality trailer no matter which one you go with. But when you go inside both, really pay attention to the countertops, really pay attention to like the cabinetry, stuff like that. Because some people want the interior to be a little more upgraded. Some people want that crazy suspension because they're gonna go off the beaten path. But just keep in mind the Flagstaff still does have that automotive grade independent suspension. So this is my new favorite Summit series. I did a tour of this last week or this week. Before this one, I liked the 134 RDX until we got this thing. This thing is perfect. This is all I need for me and my girlfriend and our 3 Frenchies. It is perfect. Look at this, look at this. Let's see. 3,076 pounds, 19 feet 6 inches, and wait till you see this. So you got your east-west bed. Someone was upset about it being east-west, and I said I just kind of prefer it in this size of unit because now you have a lot more walk room. Look at how perfect that is. How cozy is that? Decent amount of counter space. So me personally, I'd rather have more counter space than having a bigger sink. So I'm not mad at that. You got your storage right there. All of your appliances in Catalina will be stainless steel, and they're all GE. So good name brand appliances. And this rear dinette. This one is perfect. Apple Valley, California says hi. Awesome. We'll be on that side of the country in like 2 weeks. But yeah, this is perfect because if you have your grandchild come or an occasional guest, you can sleep someone here. I think it's 6 feet 1 inch is what you got right there to put into a bed. And you got all the windows in the back. I'll show you the RDX that I liked before this. You'll see why I like this one a little bit more. And all of your ACs will have heat pumps in Catalina. So there is a heater in it, an electric heater. It'll save you a lot of propane, and it goes down to 25 degrees. But when you're out looking at trailers, make sure it has a gas heater too, which this will. Because how much would that suck to have to run a generator to run your heater? So always make sure, if the sales guy says, yeah, it has a electric heater, make sure you ask, does it have a gas heater too? Because you're not going to enjoy having to have a generator going to run your heater. So just my 2 cents. And this will have a tankless water heater. The one thing I love that Catalina did is they gave it an altitude adjustment. You could tow up to 5K, great option. Yeah, this is nice. And I don't have the price yet. I was going to show it to you. Maybe another one has it. But this one, you can adjust the altitude. So sometimes, you know, tankless water heaters, they tend to struggle a little bit at high altitude. And us being so high up, that's really nice that they kind of thought of that for us. That is going to be the 154 RDX. Now let me show you the 134 RDX. This is a hard choice because that one is 19 feet. This one is going to be like 16 feet, but it's perfect too because it's got a big window right there. 134 RDX. You're looking at, let's see what the weight is on this. You're looking at 16 feet and 2,657 pounds. There you go. But look at this. No slide. No really low maintenance. Nice and compact. It's even got a little lift on it. Stainless steel appliances. But look at that. Look at how perfect that is. That dinette will be 6 feet 1 inch. So you could fit an adult there usually. And then you have the big window right there. So just imagine kicking back right here. You got your view, crack the window. I love it. I just really like this layout for two. And then you have your 12-volt refrigerator. I like how they did that little door stop so you don't damage it. And then no wet bath. Do any of you guys know what a wet bath is? It's where you could do everything at once. If I had that in the house, I'd probably get to work on time. So no wet bath. Usually in this size of unit, they will do a wet bath, and that's when the toilet is in the shower. I don't really mind them, but then they even make those. These are going to be, let me show you the price of this real quick, because I know you guys wanted to see that. $23,909 down to $14,995. So a little less than that other one is going to be. I just wish I had the price. And then we'll come over here. And this is the smaller family one. This is going to be the 134 BHX east face west facing bed. I can't talk anymore. I've been talking so long. 2,600 pounds, and you're looking at 16 feet again. This isn't bad, just to get the family out. It's got bunks right here. Just a way to get out, and I'll show you the price. And no wet bath. Stainless steel appliances. And you're looking at $23,909 down to $14,995. Any new Rockwood or Flagstaff models. I just got one. That one I showed you. Man, we have so many at the factory. I don't know what's going on. I did the 25 SRK this week, and I'm sure you saw that. I usually do the Flagstaffs the second they get here, just because I love them so much. But when they get here, I'm going to be on top of it. And then I promised you I'd show you one of these. I showed these last week. But those of you that want to see something insane, residential grade, fifth wheel, 3-inch walls. Thank you for stopping in, Harrison. Appreciate you. Full body paint. These things are not light. They are heavy. This is a house on wheels. If you want to sell everything, hit the road. Those of you that have already seen this, I'm sorry. I just like to show them because they're so crazy. I wish I could put the lights on. But look at that. This is nicer than my house, which isn't hard to beat, but it is crazy. 3-inch walls. You could go to Alaska in the wintertime. Did I already say that? It's got thermopaned windows. You got your 2-seater dinette. I'll show you the price on something like this. But it's heavy. Let's see what the weight is. This is going to be 19,000 pounds. They call this the man cave or the she cave, whatever you prefer. It's got a bed from the roof that comes down. You got your hidden storage right here. It's kind of hard to see. There you go. Behind the TV. And your half bath. How cool would it be to hang out back here? So everyone has their own place to hang out. And if you have the occasional guest, you can always bring that bed down from the roof. These will have washer dryer, dishwasher, massive residential size fridge. I just special ordered someone one of these. And your shower. Nice bedroom. Yeah, so we do have every single level of trailer that you might be looking for. You let me know what you guys need. I could special order you something. We have good contacts at the factory, so we could get it here fairly quick. And we still will get you a good deal on a factory fresh unit. And don't forget that we do have that sunshine law where you can get our sales tax, which is 4% without having a physical address. Not only that, but registering it every year, you could still register it in New Mexico. And for something like smaller, maybe like 5,000 pounds, you'll probably be at 35 bucks to register it every year. So we will save you money long down the road, not just with the taxes. So I appreciate all you guys. I'm already starting to stutter. I think I talked too much. Woo! I need to start bringing water along, but I appreciate you guys so much. Every Sunday, 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, we will be here hanging out, answering questions. I got a lot of great tours coming, so don't go yet. And share my page, share my videos, and I appreciate you guys so much. You guys have a good evening. Thanks, guys.